Hey guys, it's me, Nova, the edgy karate guy, your Tekken buddy. This will be a quick video, I hope so. Well, here's a definitive solution for Tekken 8 Kazuya's Copium, and another living, unquestionable proof of how stupid Namco is when designing this game, and creating unnecessary problems that shouldn't ever exist, because the obvious solution is right in front of them. So, here we go. I've seen so many Kazuya players crying about this character in Tekken 8. Half of their claims are pure copium though, and we'll be addressing that at the last half of the video. But the other half of their claims are entirely reasonable and justified. So let's cover them and present the obvious solutions. What is the main issue with Tekken 8 Kazuya? Combo consistency. That claim is entirely reasonable and justified. And why is that? It's simple. Down forward 1, down forward 2 is Kazuya's main combo extender. It's usually his go-to tornado move. But somehow Namco devs decided to worsen the hitbox of this move for no reason whatsoever. So if you're slightly off axis, sayonara to your combo. There are two immediate and obvious solutions for that, and one is better than the other. The problem is, this move is too inconsistent for a main go-to combo extender. Solution number 1, simply improving down forward 1 hitbox to be more consistent in juggles, particularly if you are off axis to the right, which is the most likely outcome for this upcoming patch. By the time I release this video, the patch might be already on. And there you have it, problem solved. But there is an even better solution that proves that not only Namco is stupid, but their vision for their characters is stupid as well. And the alternative better solution is Kazuya's back 2. In Tekken 7, Kazuya had two main combo extenders, down forward 1-4 and back 2-1. Compared to down forward 1, Kazuya's back 2 had a much better advancing low hitting hitbox. So in Tekken 7, Kazuya's back 2 string was comprised of back 2-4-1, the mid-high mid, and back 2-1, the mid-mid combo extender. What happened in Tekken 8? Kazuya's back 2-1 is no more. Now Kazuya has back 2-4-1 and back 2-2-1+2, which is a new poking string that is not a combo extender. Meaning, back 2-1 command is vacant at the moment. Completely vacant. And I refuse to believe Namco is that stupid because the solution is right in front of their eyes. And it's so obvious. Simply give Kazuya a new back 2-1. Now with a tornado extender instead of a screw extender. And they don't need to create a new animation for that because the proper animation is already there for them to use. The good old Mishima Thunder Godfist. Just like Devil Jin back 2-1. Not only this would greatly improve Kazuya's combo structure, by making him able to do triple or even quadruple electric combos into back 2-1 tornado extender, like it was in Tekken 7, but it would also be so badass to have a Mishima Thunder Godfist animation as your extender. The solution is already there. It would even standardize back 2-1 as the combo extender for both Devil Jin and Kazuya. Not only a new back 2-1 tornado string would enhance his main combo capabilities, but it also would greatly improve another aspect of elite Kazuya gameplay that was completely abandoned by Tekken 8 Kazuya players. Because they don't give a fuck about elite execution anymore. The only thing Kazuya players want in this game is to put you on the wall with less than suboptimal combos entirely dedicated to wall carry. In order to go burst on the wall and you're essentially dead, because from there, Kazuya will unleash a barrage of nukes on you that if not outright kill you, will leave you battered and bleeding to death. And even if you manage to survive this barrage of nukes, Once he goes down back 1-2 into hit dash, he still get a last lethal 50-50 on you. So if you manage to survive all that, only then you get the chance to play Tekken with him again. But then again, you're battered and bleeding to death already. But I digress. I was talking about the reluctance of modern Kazuya players to go for counter hits down forward 2 perfect electric wind god fist. They just don't go for it anymore. Kazuya is not an elite execution character anymore. I'm sorry, he just isn't. Because modern Kazuya players don't bother going for this technique. Because if they fail the perfect electric, they only have one crappy way to salvage the combo properly, thus completely ruining their winning prospects. That is, simply putting the opponent on the wall and going burst. They feel they need to get the opponent on the wall, so they can't afford to risk a perfect electric. And back to 1 would remedy that. Kazuya players would be encouraged to go for the elite execution technique for the chance of a massive reward, because even if they don't manage to get a perfect electric in time, but their electric floats the opponent, Kazuya would get a chance to still salvage a highly damaging combo. Take a look at this. Bro, a 77 damage combo is really something else. For perspective, this is the absolute max damage for Jin's counter hits F4, 69 and 68 respectively. And there you have it, the greatest solution ever to Tekkenate Kazuya's bad combo consistency. It's also worth mentioning that the dev's vision for Kazuya's combo structure revolved around 3-1 crouch dash cancel. 3-1 crouch dash cancel greatly enhances Kazuya's wall carry perspective like never seen before. Kazuya never had this much carry before. But the problem is, 3-1 damage is very weak. It ruins damage perspective. So another suggestion I make is slightly improving 3-1 damage. It would really help him. Another thing that needs to be urgently rectified is his while standing 4-4, his tsunami kick. When it comes to Tekken 8, every Mishima gets to have a plus on a hit tsunami kick, whereas Kazuya's is minus on hit. This is a travesty and this needs to be rectified. Now I'll make a quick video reply to a Kazuya specialist called Perfect Godfist. He's clearly a very passionate Kazuya player and a Kazuya cultist. But this video serves as a perfect display that half of Kazuya players' complaints are pure copium, and the other half are entirely reasonable and justified. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, he's claiming Kazuya's Twin Pistons has bad hitbox and range. Well, tell me something new. Kazuya's Twin Pistons always had bad hitbox and range for obvious reasons. It is a 13 frame while standing launcher. You don't get to have a 13 frame while standing launcher that also gets to have generous range and hitbox. Eddie's while standing 1-3, for example, starts with a high. So if I as a Jin player go for down 2 or as a Devil Jin player go for down back 2, I recover crouching. So if Eddie goes for while standing 1-3, the high will whiff and he will die for committing to it. Unlike Eddie's while standing 1-3, Kazuya's Twin Pistons is not launch punishable on block. We could go for a compromise here and agree for a slight buff on its range, but not too much. This move cannot have generous range. Let's move on. Alright, so he wants an upwards laser on regular Kazuya so that doesn't happen. Alright, totally reasonable. Lore-wise, Kazuya has full control of his devil powers, so I don't see why he can't have that. It's fine. Alright, so Kazuya has a very poor hitbox on his jab. A very high hitting hitbox. It is true, Kazuya has a poor jab. But you also have to take into account that this jab is a flash punch combo. And by flash punch combo, I mean the absolute best move in the game. If you believe moves like the electric are the best moves in Tekken, you are gravely mistaken. The Mishima flash punch is the absolute best move in Tekken. There is a reason why both Kazuya and Devil Jin have a very poor range on their one jab. I agree that both Kazuya and Devil Jin deserve a hitbox and range buff on their flash punch. I do agree with this. But this fine-tuning has to be done very carefully. Otherwise we will end up with the nightmare that was Tekken 7 Heihachi and the oppressive phantom range on his fundies. Okay, now, this is pure copium. This is 100% on you. So, you're knowingly playing in an unstable connection and you still go for high execution, multiple electric route. Why the hell you didn't go for Kazuya back to 2 after the first electric? You would easily be able to seal the deal with suboptimal combos. This is 100% on you. Kazuya's gonna Kazuya. Again, this is pure copium. It's 100% on you. Not only were you slow on the -16 punishment, but you also chose the wrong punish there, when you could have easily landed an electric or at the very least a down back 1-2. Don't blame the character for this. You chose a very high hitting punisher in back 1-2, a high mid. You can't put the blame on Kazuya on this one. Man, it's Xiaoyu AOP. I mean, what did you expect? No FF2 in the game works here. Not Jin's, not Devil Jin's, not Reina's. This is not an inconsistency. It is intended behavior. Wait, she was already out of your axis. You weren't aligned with her. Of course the homing would not connect. If I'm off axis or back turned, I can't complain that my crouch dash 3 didn't connect, even though it is a homing. So, not only you didn't duck Jin's 2-4, but you also didn't check his Zen transition on a block correctly. Even though Kazuya doesn't get to have the universal 13 frames down forward 1 check as an option select here, Kazuya still gets to have a very reliable option. Again, it's not Kazuya's fault you don't know how to properly answer Jin's Zen transitions on block, which is quite easy in my opinion. Jin's Zen transitions were always the easiest stance gimmick to deal with in Tekken history. So you go for the most obvious option after your down 1+2 on hit, which would be Fujin Uraken, a perfect homing uninterruptible mid follow-up for your down 1+2. The Jin player obviously reads it, parries it and launch punish you, and this is somehow Kazuya's fault. Why didn't you ever consider the character you're facing? Jin is a reactive character. Jin is the reactive character. If you keep giving him single hitting, chunky mids on a platter, you're just asking to be killed. This has nothing to do with Kazuya's inconsistency, but rather you going for your most powerful and obvious option. Don't you Kazuya players pride yourselves in being supposedly smarter than everyone else? You could damn well outsmart Jin here by hell sweeping his ass. It seems the difference between Jin and Kazuya players is that when we claim we play smarter, we can actually back it up. I'm just joking, bro. Pay no mind to me being the usual dickhead. Well, let me put it this way, alright? Even though I may agree with only half your takes and disagree with the other half, I still appreciate the passion you display with Kazuya and your desire to see him become a more consistent character, as you put it. I do agree we can find a compromise here. Let's just hope for the best. I really wouldn't mind to see Kazuya being buffed, even if slightly. After all, I'd much rather have to see Kazuya being represented competitively than Aliza, Nina, Xiaoyu, Victor, Feng, Huarang, Zafina, and so many other crutch characters. Just remember, you chose Kazuya. He has his own dramas. He demands pristine defensive skills from the player. He demands tight execution, and he also demands a very good sense of timing. But at the same time, he gives you unparalleled power in certain areas of the game. His electric is the absolute best in the game in terms of startup and hitbox combined. His electric is a freaking wall. And also his wake up Oki game. No one is stronger than him on this department. I don't know, maybe Chimpanzee Marduk will be a match. So I guess that's it for today, guys. Even though I still can't play Tekken 8, I'm still trying my very best to keep in touch with the game and keep up with the competitive scenario as well. Let's hope the so-called defensive patch actually puts Tekken 8 in a right direction. Also, a reminder, my biggest, most ambitious and most important Tekken project is still in the making. I believe myself to be doing my greatest contribution to the Tekken franchise and its future. I also hope this work falls into the right hands, so a very important conversation can be started. If you like my Tekken content, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe and give me your support, I can keep doing my thing. So we'll be seeing each other again, guys. God bless.